Welcome friends. In this video, we will see whether non-resident Indians can open joint NRE accounts with residents. Similarly, we will also see whether resident Indians can open joint accounts with NRIs. So welcome to Bankers Plus Academy. The first question is, can NRIs open joint NRE accounts with residents? The answer is yes. NRIs can open joint NRE accounts with close relatives on former or survivor basis. So it will be on former or survivor basis where the NRI will be the former. They can open NRE accounts, NRO accounts and also FCNR accounts in this fashion. And the resident close relative can operate the account as a power of attorney holder. The second question is, can residents include NRIs as joint holder in their resident accounts? The answer to this question is also yes. Resident individuals can include NRI close relatives as joint holders in their resident accounts on either or survivor basis. So please remember, in the earlier case it was on former or survivor basis, whereas in this case it is either on survivor basis. But there are some conditions to be fulfilled. What are the conditions? Such accounts will be treated as resident bank account for all purposes, and all regulations applicable to a resident bank account shall be applicable. Checks, instruments, remittances, cash, card or any other proceeds belonging to the NRI close relative shall not be eligible for credit to this account. That means the funds belonging to the NRI close relative should not be credited to this joint account. And the NRI close relative shall operate such account only for and on behalf of the resident for domestic payment and not for creating any beneficial interest for himself. That means the NRI relative cannot create any beneficial interest for him through the transactions in this particular joint accounts. And what happens if the resident dies and the NRI becomes the survivor? As per RBI guidelines, where due to any eventuality the non-resident account holder becomes the survivor of such an account, it shall be categorized as non-resident rupee account. Or if the resident dies in this joint account and NRI becomes the survivor, then this account will be classified, or the account should be converted as NRO account as per extant regulations. And it will be the responsibility of the NRI to keep the bank informed and get the account categorized as NRO. That means after the death of the resident, it will be the responsibility of the NRI to inform the bank and get this account converted as NRO account. Now see another case. Suppose A and B are two resident individuals who are maintaining a joint account. So A and B are maintaining a joint account. Suppose they want to include C, who is an NRI, in this account. Is it permitted? Yes. Again, it is permitted. But where the NRI close relative becomes a joint holder with more than one resident in such an account, such NRI close relative should be the close relative of all the resident bank account holders. That means A and B, who are joint account holders in a resident account, can include C, who is a non-resident, in their account, provided C is the close relative of both A and B. But again, there are some conditions. That is, the bank should record the need for the account. That means the bank should be convinced about the requirement for opening such an account, or providing such a facility. And also the bank should get a signed declaration from the NRI that he will not use this proceeds in this account for any transaction which is in contravention of the provisions of FEMA. That means while providing this joint account facility, the bank should get a declaration or undertaking from the customer that he will not do any transactions, he will not route any transaction through this account which are in contravention of the FEMA guidelines. And also if he violates any provisions, he will be responsible for his actions. So these are the two type of accounts which can be opened jointly with the NRIs. So the first account is an NRI account where the resident close relative is made as the joint account holder. In the second account, it is a resident account where the NRI is made as the joint account holder. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, Painters Plus Academy. Thank you.